Alright, so today we'll be talking about curing the butt wink during deep squats. What the butt wink is actually what we would refer to as lumbar spine flexion. Too much movement in the low back during something like a deep squat would not be good. That really opens the area up to added risk for injury, for disc sort of stuff, all sorts of bad stuff. So what the problem is that there's a lack of flexibility coming from the hips and too much flexibility coming from the low back where we really don't want that. So today I'm going to take you through some exercises in which you can progress to the point where you really have stability and control in the lumbar spine during deep squats. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to look at what in yoga they call the happy baby pose. So this is a pretty goofy pose, but what you're going to do, lay back flat with your spine neutral, and you flex your hips up. You're going to grab the outsides of your feet here and just really try to feel a nice stretch in your hips as you put the bottom of your spine flat against the ground. And this is a nice comfortable stretch, and you can just breathe and relax into that. So hold that for as long as you'd like. And then what the next step will be is to actually push your hands down flat into the floor and then raise your knees up like a squat type position, though obviously you're squatting from your back. So I push my hands down, I activate, and then I raise my knees up as high as I can without the bottom of my pelvis curling up. If I curled up like this, that would be the butt wink. Instead, we're going to try to keep the spine down on the ground and just bring the knees up as much as possible. I feel a pretty uncomfortable pinch in the front of my hips as I do that. But that's a great way to warm up that pattern. Alright? Next, what we're going to do, once you're sufficient at that, and you might just have to stay at that first exercise, but we'll give you the second exercise. We're in this position right here where you actually have to support about a third of your body weight. I'm going to curl my toes under, and I'm going to get in a squatting position from my hands and knees. So I sit back as far as I can, but I'm going to try to keep a neutral lumbar spine this whole time. Alright? One way you can really do this for yourself is by grabbing a water bottle, and you'll put it right at the top of your shorts. And what you're going to want to do, sit back into that squatting position, and you'll know you lose the lumbar spine neutrality, or you start to butt wink when it falls over, like that. Alright? So, you're going to work on sitting as deep into the squat as you can without losing the water bottle. One way to help this out, if you're having difficulty, raise up one of your arms. That's going to help you activate your spine, which helps you keep it neutral a little bit better. Once you're sufficient at that one, we'll go from a kneeling position. So here I have to support about 2/3 of my body weight. So once again, you might not be ready for this exercise until you're good at those first two. But then what we'll do, you'll take kind of your standard overhead deep squat position from your knees, and you just sit back and go right up, making sure to keep your spine neutral, not getting into that winking sort of position. So you activate the core by raising the arms overhead, and then keep it neutral. Back and forth. So these are great drills to be able to work up to the deep overhead squat. So then we have right over here, and then go as far down into your squat as you can without your butt winking. A wink is right there. You see how it kind of curled under? We want to squat as deep as we can without that happening. For me, it's about at parallel. So use these drills, and hopefully they help you out. Let me know what your thoughts are about the whole thing and how it works for you. Thanks so much. This is Dr. Scott Hoar.